Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight we have our very special live. Oh, I panicked for a second and thought we didn't have sound. Very special live. We're going to look at the twin flame current energy for the month of January 2025. I'm so excited to get into 2025. Guys, please remember we are multi streaming. So we have kind of swapped that out a little bit. And we are on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I know, right? It's like, what? I hope it's working okay over there. I have figured out how to have both screens up so that I can see the comments over there. I'm going to go ahead and swap back. I wish there was a way to have my TikTok chat in my restream so that I could see it on all the platforms, right? But because we multi-stream, my restream shows me Facebook and YouTube, but it doesn't show me the TikTok. But I did figure out how I can go over and check it while we're live. So that is at least something. I see everyone coming in. Michelle helping us over on Facebook. Jenna, Dream Sequa was the first one in. Welcome, everyone. Sandra, Diana, thank you, ladies. Thank you. All right. So we did talk about the January astrology on Sunday night. This past Sunday night, I actually went over all of the January transits. So if you missed that live, I would recommend going back and finding that video on my YouTube channel under the live tab. I'm only going to talk to you about a couple of specific transits. I'm going to start with the nodes and I'm going to do the new moon and the full moon for the month of January. And then I'm going to really leave it there. I may even give you the hot dates, but I'm not going to go over each individual hot date because, again, we did that on Sunday night. All right, so let's get started. And the first thing I want to talk about is that North Node and South Node. It's making a transit. Nodes move about every 2.5 years, guys. And it's been in Aries for the last 2 years, the North Node, which really made us start putting ourselves first. It made us more comfortable with being able to put ourselves first, right? Oh, thank you, Dream Sequa. And then, of course, now with the North Node moving into Pisces, because the nodes move backwards, guys. So the North Node moving into Pisces is going to give us this energy. Pisces is the house of spirituality. It's the 12th house. It's the house of mystery. It's the house of the things that you fear, too. So let's keep that in mind. So what's going to happen for the next 2.5 years is we're going to experience one, we're putting ourselves first, right? So we now learn how to replenish ourselves and keep ourselves at the highest vibrational energy, right? And as the North Node moves into Pisces, it's going to make us stronger to be able to face those fears, be able to face those things that we normally kind of sweep under the rug and bury, right? So that's what the nodal transit with North Node and from Aries to Pisces is going to feel like. Now let's talk about the South Node. So um, on January 11th, the South Node, North Node, Aries to Pisces, South Node, Libra to Virgo. So it's been in Libra for the last, again, 2.5 years. Guys, how many of you have closed out karmic relationships in the last, let's just say, 2 years? Let me know in the comments. Because I feel like most of us, right? Most of us. And the reason that Libra is going to be the ruler, natural ruler of the seventh house, right? And then the seventh house is your relationships. So I know that you've closed out, you're leaving behind because that's what the South Node is you're leaving it in the past, right? And then I know that it's a karmic relationship because Pluto just made that once in our lifetime transit, right? And Pluto is the planet that represents karma. So I would say that 99.9% of us in here have definitely experienced a closure to a karmic relationship. And now, as that energy goes into Virgo, the South Node into Virgo, Virgo is that energy of daily routines. It's the energy of health. So your health. could become something that you've also like taken care of in the last 2 years, which makes sense with the North Node in Aries, the house of self, doing for yourself, right? But what you're going to leave behind with Virgo energy is that over analytical energy. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like that energy is where you're constantly beating yourself up at every move. You're constantly telling yourself you can't do something, right? Guys, I'm kind of excited for the South Node to move into Virgo. I definitely struggle with this camera in my face. And I feel like it's definitely because I'm one of those people that just like beats the crap out of myself on a regular basis, right? So I'm kind of excited to see how this South Node in Virgo is going to do for me personally. All right, and then on the 13th, we have the full moon. The full moon is going to be in Cancer. It is going to be the first full moon of 2025. This is really going to be a moon of like tying up loose ends, is how I feel that that particular full moon may feel like. And then we have the new moon in Aquarius on the 29th. And so this is going to be, again, this is going to be the first new moon of 2025. But this is about building a strong network to support your growth. And I'm going to go ahead and give some, give you those hot dates for those of you that are on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey. Sometimes people ask me, Rosa, why do we pick out hot dates? These are the transits that stick out to me the most. And for those of you that are on this specific type of spiritual awakening journey, we like to call it the twin flame journey, right? It's just a type of awakening, guys. But if you're on this type of journey, you definitely could deal with some type of spiritual or counterpart energy on these days, right? All right, so I started out early in the month with January 2nd, so you can circle the 2nd on your calendar. The 6th is going to be a hot date. The 11th, of course, because those nodes are moving. The 12th, the 13th, the 15th, the 19th, the 21st, the 25th, the 29th, and the 30th. And if I was to pick one day out of all of those, I would pick the 29th. That new moon is going to be very, very potent. All right, guys, so let's get to it. I did a little extra cleansing today. I went through all the cards. And I'm going to start with the Heal Yourself reading cards. I'm looking at masculine energy first. Guys, please remember everyone has masculine and feminine energies. I like to say that your masculine energy is your protect and provide energy, and it's what causes you to lock your doors at night, right? And then your feminine energy is your nurturing self-care energy. It's what causes you to wash your hair when you're in the shower, right? So we all have both of these energies. If you're having a spiritual awakening, the goal is to balance those energies. That is the point. That is what's happening. All right, so let's start divine masculine first. We have faith. It's number 22. They're holding on to something tightly. There's a pride card. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take all three of them. Have mercy. Okay, so I have the have faith, I have the pride card, and I have the home card. I feel like divine masculine could be dealing with some home situation. There's a lot of pride. This is an ego energy. It is pride, like I don't want you to know that something is wrong in my home situation, right? It's kind of giving that vibe, or um, someone could have done something in a home situation against divine masculine to make them feel like it's interesting. It's almost like they could feel like people are seeing them for the first time, like their mask is coming off. I'm definitely sensing some like dark night of the soul energy with the have faith card. There's something about the smirk on her face. It's almost like I can sense a little um I don't know what the word is, resentment, maybe. And before we start jumping the gun here, um, I should point out that yes, a lot of us do use the opposite energy that we like relate with the most for counterpart energy. And I just want to tell you guys something right now, because a lot of times we'll be reading for the masculine, and we're assuming that that is for, counterpart energy when we're divine feminine. But what I've noticed, especially this week in your private readings, is that a lot of you are in your masculine energy. And here's what I'm going to say about that. I was in the last relationship that I was in. I was in my masculine energy, and that meant that I had to protect and provide for myself and others. Um, I'm not trying to say anything about that person or what they did or didn't do, doesn't matter. But a lot of times we're in our masculine energies because we don't feel safe in the environment that we're in. And I'm talking to straight to divine feminine here. So again, it doesn't matter male, female. If you relate with divine feminine energy more than divine masculine, I'm just saying most of the time we're in our masculine energies. It's like we have to put that wall, that masculine wall up to protect ourselves. And we could be doing it because we feel like the person that we're with is not, like the masculine energy that we're with is not providing for us in the way that we need to be provided for. And I'm not talking about money, fancy cars, houses. I'm not talking about none of that shit. I'm talking about like, emotional, um, maturity, connection, all of that deeper stuff, right? So that's why we throw up that masculine energy. So if I'm talking to masculine energy or someone who feels like they are in their masculine energy, you could feel like you're losing faith in a situation. You could feel like your mask has started to come off. I feel like you're trying desperately to hold on to something. Otherwise, the entire mask would be off her face, right? So it's like you're still trying to hold on to something. And I think all of this has to do with a home situation. And the home situation card talks about someone who's trying to recreate a happier time, someone who remembers when things were better. So it's like they're trying to recreate that time. All right, now let's look at the divine feminine. A lot of times when we have wounded masculine, right? I hope we can all kind of keep up with me here. But a lot of times when we're dealing with a wounded masculine, that masculine energy is in their feminine, right? They have that Knight of Cups player card. They're sleeping with anybody and everybody. They want anybody just to love them, right? Like they're going around to literally anyone. Um, like that's wounded masculine. But here's how I can explain to you how they're in their feminine. When they're taking their cup around to all those women and going, "Oh, I can't love myself. Will you please fix me?" You know what I'm saying? Those women are putting their energy in the cup. And then what's happening to the cup? The divine masculine is receiving all of that. Do you understand now? So masculine is protect and provide. It's feminine energy that receives. Masculine gives, feminine receives. So for those of you that are on this twin journey, most of the time, if you resonate with divine feminine energy, most of the time you're in your divine masculine and you're chasing your wounded masculine. who's in his feminine energy. Does that sound understandable, or did I just confuse everyone? I really try to make it as easy as possible. All right. Divine feminine. We have self-love. Look at that. We have family and tribe. And we have sexual arts. We have the beauty card on the bottom, and I did see it earlier. So divine feminine could be giving to herself, self-love, sexual arts. Um, family and tribe is here. Okay, so let's talk about a divine feminine energy. So if you're a divine feminine energy, which means you're doing all your healing work, you're not sweeping shit under the rug, you're not wearing any mask, right? Then this could be you, and you are self-caring, which means you have daily practices where you're self-caring, self-healing. Family and tribe is going to be the like minds, the soul tribe that you gather yourself with, the people that have access to you, right? And sexual arts, the card meaning is about learning how to be intimate in other ways than just physical sex. This is divine feminine energy. So it's like if you're doing the work, you're in your divine feminine, you're focused on your soul tribe, you're not having any physical whatever, and you are um like protecting who has access to you. Now, these very same cards. If this is wounded masculine, do you see the difference now in the cards? So if we have a wounded masculine that's in their feminine, it's interesting. It's almost like they could want to, do the things. But for some reason they're not. There's something about the beauty of the situation. It's interesting. It seems like it's a lot of, I don't know, sexual energy this week for sure. Fire and water signs were all mushy. It's pretty interesting. I'm just over here in my lane, like in my whole state. So I'm, I mean, like I don't even go out to meet the delivery people. So it's like I have no idea. I do my makeup for me. Divine masculine energy, struggling with faith. Divine feminine energy, struggling with sexual arts. We have the dreams card coming out for the bridging energy. We have pay attention to the signs coming out, and alchemy. We have patience on the bottom. It's the lady at the well. I heard the word opportunity when I flipped the alchemy card over. So we could see that we have some opportunity to alchemize something in our journey. It's so interesting because I was thinking about that almost all day today. The alchemy. And I honestly feel like that's probably the most important lesson in this journey. And I find it interesting that when I was in my dark night of the soul, when spirit guided me to create PLR, it is literally a form of alchemy to my twin flame journey. I think the spiritual lesson this month, the bridging lesson, is going to be to take every opportunity to alchemize. But there could be something that we're not seeing. Pay attention to the signs. Maybe something that has been coming in our dreams. It's interesting to me because um, I've been napping. Um, I'm definitely trying to, like, December self-care, recover, all of that stuff, right? Since I've been here at my sister's. I don't normally dream at night. I used to have night terrors really bad. Um, but I've been having like these weird dreams during the day. Let's clarify a little bit. Oh, guys, I want to show you my new me and sister and the bro-in-law got each other these what was this called? The sock monkey? Wasn't it called the sock monkey? I remember my middle son. I want to say it's my middle son, Samuel. I just put my cup on my card. Like the sock monkey puppet thing. But yeah, we found I love this coffee cup. Oh my goodness. Jenna says, so my twin flame is basically a nurse and works with mostly women. She says, I keep imagining him come pick me up and hold my hand. I know, I love it, Michelle. I keep getting the card, make the effort. Um, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to say about my own crap. All right, let's clarify. So let's look at the divine masculine energy first. We have Ace of Wands, Fate, Destiny, Energy, Inspiration. Pregnancy is on here, passion, creation. It's really a wonder that my counterpart energy doesn't have like 19 kids, honestly. Two of Coins is here. Juggling finances, choices, cycles, spinning plates, cash flow. And the Emperor is here. Ten of Wands is on the bottom, which is about putting their burdens down. They're going through something that's fated, destined. Two of Coins is like feeling like they're being pulled in too many directions. And the Emperor is discipline, structure, rules, fatherhood, stability. Um, All right, let me just give you a little of like where mine's at. Counterpart energy is a father. I wanted to say a very good father. Like if you would have asked me, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I would have said the best father on the planet. But I've since learned that if you can't choose yourself, if you can't love yourself, then you're just pouring your depletion on the people that you claim to love. Um, our childhoods are very similar. Not the best parents. A lot of like crime was involved. Um, a lot of self-esteem and confidence issue that we mask with, fake confidence and being funny. How many of you are funny to like draw the attention away from, you know, your real self? I think of like who's the like Robin Williams, right? Um, I do believe karmic relationship has ended. I will say that. And that was shocking to me. But now this wounded masculine, I don't know. You know how people like go through phases in life and then they just go like they're in denial, and they just get up and try to do the same thing the next day. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like it hasn't hit them yet. Like they're still in like some shock of something. But it's also like I don't know. It's like a fool with a hall pass. So it's like I don't, you know what I mean? But it is this energy of taking control of your life, taking some power back from something. And I'm just going to say most likely the karmic. It's the hurt, it's the wounded and the divine masculine that makes poor choices and causes pain. I'm just saying it's the same for the feminine. It's the wounded feminine that makes poor choices and causes pain. All right, so we have Knight of Wands coming out. It's a little bit of reckless energy. We have Eight of Coins coming out. It's about focus. And we have the Chariot coming out. The Chariot could be a victory. Knight of Swords is on the bottom. Knight of Swords is my clue card for a breakup. It's my clue card for new clarity, new understanding. You could want to rush to communicate with someone in Divine Feminine. You could want to rush to talk to them about this Chariot energy. Um, you could feel like you have found your ride or die partner. Um, you could feel like you're looking for your ride or die partner. For the wounded masculine that's in his feminine, he's reckless, the Knight of Wands. For the wounded feminine, you're learning to release control. Michelle says, I can make a joke about anything and it can be dark. All right, so we have King of Coins. We have the Wheel of Destiny and the Page of Coins. We have the Six of Wands on the bottom. The Six of Wands is a victory, recognition, success, glory. There's something about our destiny, our fate. So the words fortune, luck, destiny, karma, fate, opportunity are on this wheel of destiny. And I felt like we were getting an opportunity to alchemize something. And I get this weird feeling with the King of Coins that this is not our first opportunity, but this may be the last. It's like the last opportunity to recognize something before you have to go a different way on your journey. And this is bridging energy. So that's both divine masculine and divine feminine. All right, let's get in the headspace a little. Let's see what the thoughts are for divine masculine. I'm going to use the Yin Yang Oracle. Sandra gifted me these last month when I took my vacation to Missouri. And I just love them for head, heart, and higher self space. The Chariot came out. It's Cancer energy. The Wheel of Fortune came out. It's Jupiter, Sagittarius. The Emperor came out. That's Aries. Masculine thoughts. We have rebirth, winter, past, lack, and suffering, reflection, and projections. This is in the headspace. They could be going through some rebirth. I felt that in their energy. They could be projecting. If they're not projecting, they're self-reflecting. But I feel like for a lot of these divine masculines, they're definitely struggling to go from wounded to divine masculine. So you could start to reflect on some inner personal healing, and then you start to project that out when you reach, I don't know, a level of, this happens to me a lot when I'm doing my shadow work. How many of you guys do shadow work? How many of you guys like have shadow journals, books, audibles? All right, let's look at the heart space for divine masculine. We have integration, union. We have contracts, commitments. Look at that, big confirmation. We have shadow side, moon, dark night. This divine masculine could be going through some dark night of the soul. The goal is union. The goal is integration. The goal is implementation of your lessons. We have self-love coming out for higher self or divine masculine. So what a confirmation when I said that that masculine was in his feminine energy and he's walking around with his cup of love, getting anybody and anyone who'll give him any attention to put energy in his cup because he hasn't learned how to love himself and replenish his own cup. I heard, but he's working on it. We have freedom, leap, opportunities. We have distance, retreat, time out. That time out card has been coming out for me a lot. I'm not sure if Spirit's thinking about putting me in a timeout or not, but I feel like I'm already in one. Right? Decisions is on the bottom. Excuse me. Oh, me too, Sandra. I love the flutes. Jenna says, I'm praying for best possible outcome. Jenna, can I ask you something? Do you, and you don't have to answer me, but if like, let's say, I don't know, not Rosa, like let's say like Spirit is standing in front of you, Jenna, and Spirit asks you, Jenna, do you feel healed? Do you feel ready for 3D union with this person? What would you say? And I agree with that, Sandra. I definitely agree. It is best to stay high vibrational. But here's something I'm going to tell you guys. Are you ready? You're only high vibrational when it's just you and Spirit up there. If at any point you're putting some other human above you, which means your thoughts go to this person, your energy goes to this person. Think about that. How can you pray if you're thinking about a person? How can you work on you and heal you? And I'm not picking on Jenna here, y'all. Like I'm just saying in general. Like, how can you focus on you and heal you and build your relationship with God if your focus is on this other person? And are they getting better? Are they going to come back? Are they going to be the player? Are they going to lie? Are they going to cheat? Are they going to be the same person they were last time? Did they get better this time? You see what I'm trying to say here? So we can stay positive and high vibrational, like Sandra's saying, as long as that person is not in the equation. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, let's look at the headspace for divine masculine. Rebirth, lack, and reflection and projection. I do feel like some of these divine masculines are going through some type of suffering, some type of self-reflection. Some of them could be projecting because they're not strong enough to do the work. That's right, I said it. All right, Nine of Pentacles comes out. Nine of Pentacles is having to do something on your own. Look at this, big confirmation. Nine of Swords comes out. It's about processing trauma. And Four of Cups is here. It's like they know they need to be working on something, manifesting something, creating something. But for some reason, it's like they're struggling with that energy right now. All right, let's look at the heart space for Divine Masculine. We have the Star card. This is bright hope for the future, Aquarius energy. We have Seven of Swords. This is a leveling up card. And we have the Sun. So this could be a message from divine masculine to divine feminine through the heart space. Definitely. I really won't know until we've pulled divine feminine cards, but let's look at the higher self lesson for divine masculine. Eight of Pentacles, focus, get committed. Page of Wands, baby steps. And Ace of Cups, get control of your emotions. It's also trust those intuitive hits because we've seen that bridging energy, the current spiritual lesson was pay attention to the signs. Ace of Cups is also intuitive hits. Pay attention. And the Empress is on the bottom. Here's the thing, more confirmation that this wounded masculine is in his feminine energy. Um, Here's the thing about the intuitive hits, guys. Like, I can tell you to pay attention, and I can tell you don't ignore the signs and all this kind of stuff. But the thing is, we all see the signs. We all see the signs. We all get the intuitive hits all the time, every day, all day, and we ignore them. We call them different names. We put different labels on them, right? Red flags, and we ignore them. I think what happens to us is we get so traumatized in this lifetime that we learn the hard way not to ignore them. And that could be what's happening to divine masculine. Whatever they're going through right now, it could be something that they knew was coming in the back of their mind. They heard it the whole way. All right, let's look at the divine feminine, head, heart, and higher self space. Divine feminine, we have the cold and detached card. We have the spy and inspecting card. We have Venus offer. You could be feeling detached. I don't think you're feeling cold. I don't think you're trying to be cold. You could feel like the connection has gone cold. I mean, definitely it happens. But I think it's more about the detachment. You could be trying to detach from something, especially if you're seeing divine masculine go through some type of upheaval, right? You could be spying, watching. I know I am. I'll just admit it. I'm freaking nosy. I can't help it. I'll block him just so that I don't go look at his crap. Like, how bad is that? I know. Yeah, I keep saying, like, I'm human and I'm having this spiritual awakening. I'm in this boat. Venus offer, you could be waiting for an offer. You could want to make an offer. The rose is definitely sticking out to me. All right, let's look at the bridging energy. Transcendence and unity. Look at the union and unity card coming out for the heart space for both the divine masculine and divine feminine. So there's definitely some communication back and forth, attraction, Mars, hot, self-care energy. Look at that. How interesting. Here's what I'm going to tell you, divine feminine. The message I just received was the more self-care, the more healing, the easier it will be to attract that passionate masculine energy. That could be the message as well that divine feminine just sent to divine masculine. Somebody who's working on their healing, on their self-care, on their discipline is one of the most attractive things about a person, right? Like, I mean, I feel like I used to look at, I mean, I was, I don't know, I was a girl, y'all, but like I would, is he tall? Does he have muscles? What color are his eyes? You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like now I don't give two craps. Like you could be a freaking 2 foot tall midget. I don't care anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Like, are you a decent person? Are you kind? Are you mature? Are you responsible? Do you know how to handle your emotions? Right? Like, can you function in society? um you know you know what I'm trying to, are you spiritual, right? Like, these are um discipline. Discipline is going to be like my number one thing now. Like, do you have self discipline? Because these men that are like running around and chasing every nasty whatever, like anything, have no, there's no, I feel like some men just have no, there was a time where, I'm just gonna be honest, ready. There was a time when I used to look at Counterpart's social media, and I would see all the people that he was like following or watching, and you would not believe, like, I cannot even um anything and everything, right? And it was this, it gave me this like lesson that, like, if anyone can have you, I don't want you. Right? Like, it definitely gave me that lesson. So I feel like right now discipline is my key thing. Like, if you're gross and you don't have any self-discipline, if you're a cheater and a liar, like, I'm just disgusted by you and your whole existence. Like, that's where I'm at in life. Okay. Yeah. um I mean, might as well just be honest, right? Like, I mean, I could come out and be like, oh, it doesn't matter. I love everyone unconditionally. And I mean, I do. I do. I love people unconditionally from afar. From afar. All right, let's look at higher self lessons for divine feminine stability, harmony, flow. That is the goal. Receive, open. Look at the confirmations. Thank you, Spirit. Change, courage. Get ready. Get ready to step into your feminine role again and get ready to hold that energy down. Right? Divine masculine needs divine feminine to stay in their feminine energy. Literally, like, that's what's needed at this time. And I'm not trying to say, like, oh, do this to help someone else. It's got nothing to do with that. Do it to help yourself. Do it to help yourself, especially if you resonate with divine feminine energy and you feel like you've been struggling to receive, right? All right. Modern Goddess Tarot. Let's look at the headspace. Guys, I think I will offer some readings at the end. No list, moderators, no list. Please don't stress yourselves. I'm just going to pick random and I'm going to pull messages. So if anyone's interested, stick around. Stick around and I will let you guys know when I'm ready. All right, let's clarify. Divine Feminine, the detached energy, spying, Venus offer. We have temperance, healing. We have 10 of Swords. This is completion to a painful life cycle. Look at the star again. So this is energy back and forth, right? So both counterparts. I like using two different sets of tarot, so we can see the like the same cards coming up for both masculine and feminine. So the star card is going to be one of those cards, right? And the star card, bright hope for the future, clean slate, Aquarius energy. I also have the Emperor coming out, divine feminine in your heart space. Something could be blowing your mind. I feel like that's what I pick up with that card every time, but it could be about taking your power back. You could just be shocked that you're not, I don't know, that you're not being distracted, that you're not derailing. Your goal is definitely this stability and to stay in this feminine energy. 10 of Wands comes out. So you have 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands. Completion. Done with the hard shit, right? We have the 5 of Cups. That's why you're done with it. This could be a message to divine masculine. You could be shocked that they're going through some ending or experiencing some loss. All right, let's look at the stability, receive, and change. That's what the higher self is teaching divine feminine in the month of January. What's going to change is you're going to find that divine feminine energy again, and you're going to sit in it, and you're going to keep that throne. You're not going to get up and give it over to wounded masculine, right? So we have Two of Swords coming out. We have the Hanged Man coming out. And there it is, Ten of Cups coming out. You're going to sit in it, just like I said. You're not going to give it up to divine masculine. You're going to keep that Ten of Cups emotional contentment because, again, that is your goal. Eight of Pentacles is on the bottom. So this is what I definitely got from this reading, right? Um, in my own journey, the Venus retrograde of 2023 taught me that I was in my masculine energy, taught me how to sit in my feminine energy and be open to receive. Since that Venus retrograde that summer, for the last year and a half, I have flopped back and forth between the feminine energy and the masculine energy because I allowed myself to be distracted by a relationship where I had to be in my masculine energy. The goal for January is for everyone to take their seat. Yeah. So if you resonate with divine masculine energy, then you need to step up. You need to be responsible. You need to find some self-discipline, have mercy. If you resonate with divine feminine energy, you need to take your what is it called? Throne, right? You're the queen, you're the divine feminine. You're supposed to be there to receive. You're not supposed to be chasing anyone, spying on anyone. You should not give two F's what anyone else is doing. Every time that we spy and we go look, and this is just channeled, it's just coming, I'm in as much trouble as you are. But every time we do this, we're giving our power away. We're allowing that masculine to stay wounded because he can't step up in his divine masculine role because we keep giving him the seat. What was it? I said, Sandra. I said something to Sandra the other day. It's like I came from a small town. It's like a nosy small town. So it's like anytime somebody's doing something, people feel the need to come tell me about it. But it's like I can't just keep blaming counterpart energy for my life sucking. Yeah, I can't just be like, oh my God, this asshole came in my life and caused all this mess. And now yada yada yada, cry, cry, cry. I can't keep doing that. At some point, I have to take responsibility and I have to realize that I'm not in my highest vibrational energy. Otherwise, those people, those energies, those lower vibrational energies would not even be in my presence, right? Dream sequence. It's fine. Call me out. Guys, that's what God put me here for, I swear. This mouth. I want you to know most men can't handle it. All right. I was never mad though. This is something counterpart energy told me that same summer that I'm talking about when Venus was in retrograde. Summer is June 2023. Guys, we have Venus retrograding again 2025. I don't know when it is, but I can tell you because I still have it up on my March 2nd. March 2nd through April 13th. Um, all I'm going to say is the last Venus retrograde, I had Kundalini activation. So to say I'm a little nervous about this one would be a little bit of an understatement, right? But he was mad though. So he was lying and sweeping it under the rug, right? Only those who care about you can hear you when you're quiet. That could be something I've said. It sounds like something I would say. I hear messages in my dreams. I just can't seem to let you go. Did you get my message? This one's been coming up a lot. So there could be some type of communication. I'm currently on block mode, so I have everything blocked. Give me a couple weeks, that might change. I will reach out to you soon. My mind replays all of our memories, and don't pretend like you don't know. Ooh. All right, let's do divine feminine to divine masculine. I'm not even going to count. I'm just going to pull whatever comes out. I appreciate everything you do and have ever done for us. Want to be honest. Ooh, yes. And what the flip flop. Okay, so this was asked to me by counterpart energy about me having a new relationship. And now it's divine feminine asking divine masculine. Your eyes haunt me. I'll try comes out. I need more time. I see you healing and I'm so proud of you. I'm starting to see, to understand, but what if it's too late? I knew what happened. Last one, your eyes always talk to me. Oh, on the bottom, one of my least favorites. You're good. You got the essentials. You got it. This was said to me when we were going into a separation mode. I had chosen the other relationship, and it was like this energy like I didn't need him anymore. I had started PLR. I was monetized on two of the three platforms. We're now monetized, guys. I just want you to know three. It's three of the three platforms now. But um, yeah, and he was just saying like, you don't need me anymore. You got all the necessities. You got the things you need. That message is ringing loud to me right now because in my journey where I'm at, I can definitely see where we do feel like we need this person till we get to like a certain part of our awakening, of our healing, and then we realize that they were just the catapult, right? Like it was just to get us started. We don't need them for anything. I used to think that if my counterpart was mad at me, then my PLR wouldn't do good. Silly, I know. All right, first guidance card to come out is the bonsai tree. That's going to be my favorite. We have the sapling card coming out. We have the winner card coming out. The knot card is on the bottom. Let's look at the winner card. Introspection, maturity, survival, dormancy, integrity, hope, self reliance, aspirations, death, severity, emotional distance, frustration, embitterment, abandonment, and shadows. Look how spirit wraps up our reading every single time in whatever card I decide that I'm going to read. And I don't decide. Spirit told me, don't let me lie to y'all. All right. You may feel a harsh bitterness bite your nose. The winter days are here, and Tree of Life Winter encourages us to endure. A severity that is very difficult may be upon you. You may wonder how you got in a situation that feels so very difficult. Tree of Life Winter nudges you to think of ways in which you may have created the situations you find yourself in. Big confirmation of this entire reading, right? Drawing this card signals to you now that the winners of life come and they go. Your ability to maintain your strength, sense of self, and hopeful optimism during a crisis is essential. You can get through it all if you resolve to do so. Trees in winter freeze up with stiffened branches braced against the icy air. You may feel punished by the bitter frost in your environment at home or work or in relationships. Severe times can be confusing. I feel like that I can relate to that. Like I definitely feel like I'm being punished. Like I feel like I made poor choices after I met my counterpart. I feel like I ran from my spiritual awakening. I feel like I chased counterpart energy. And I feel that now that I'm going through this period of isolation, like I just spent the holidays and I didn't get to see my children for the first time in my whole life. So I feel like I can totally relate with that. Like I totally feel like, and I'm not saying that's the case. We're not being punished, but um, I feel that. I understand that. It says you may feel punished by the bitter frost in your environment at home or work or in relationships. Severe times can be confusing. As you brace against the cold, have self reliance. You have much integrity, so don't let your experience render you completely frustrated and abandoned. You may feel alone in the shadows, but use this to your advantage. Now is the time for introspection and for nourishing self from within. Tree of Life Winter asks you to remember the evergreens that fill the air with a fresh scent of life, even in the darkest, most merciless winter nights and days. They survive well and are not defeated by extreme conditions. You have the same everlasting spirit within you and can summon that resolute self reliance now to help you through this time. Like a snow covered blue spruce, imagine that you wear a regal white robe that comforts you and sustains you while you endure. Millions of snowflakes, miraculous geometric designs, and crystal formation cleanse and clear you and your atmosphere. Soon you will feel reborn as the time of dormancy ends. Be introspective and see what you need to see. Understand what you need to understand in order to emerge anew once spring arrives. If something in life keeps you feeling remote or cold, emotionally foreign or lost, step out of the shadows and into the light. Conscious awareness of your weak points will help you gain strength to endure dark days. Summon the evergreen within you as you face the days in shadow with real integrity and courage. If you feel alone or truly perplexed at this time, remember you are the master of your choices and your soul direction. Clarity will arrive. Spring will come in due time. Gradually, you will feel warmed as different perspectives and aspirations come to you. All right. So, definitely a time of healing for us, right? Definitely not the time to be out making babies with everyone we meet, right? Um, um, definitely the time to just be healing our shit because people are getting tired of our shit. Like that's really it. All right, so if anyone wants messages from counterpart energy, I'm going to use the OGs. Let me know in the comments. Now is the time. But I'm going to leave that reading there. I hope that was helpful, guys. Yes, please, please hit that thumbs up button if the message pulled at your heartstrings. Vanessa, I'm going to lose it. I'm not going to be able to see your comment. Yes. Retrograde good for those with natal Venus retrograde. Okay, so that's gonna be like when they have like returned. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Did it go off? Sweet. But yes, you would need to pay more attention to that. I have Venus retrograde in my chart, and I do feel that, and I don't feel that every Venus retrograde was like last year's Venus retrograde. Guys, Venus retrogrades, I don't know, every couple of years, every few years. It's not very long. Um, I feel like the 2023 summer was collectively strong Venus retrograde for all of us. But yes, your retrogrades on your birth chart do impact and do, especially if you're experiencing a current one. Yeah. In Aquarius. Dream Sequa says she would like a message, please. Dream Sequa was our big winner, December monthly giveaways. I'm not sure if we're going to do another one, but we actually still have another Sunday. It's the 29th, which is actually the Capricorn new moon. I was thinking about talking about Capricorn new moon this Sunday instead of our, regular week. But I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. We'll see. Maybe we'll do like a music and tarot night sometime this week, and we'll talk about that Capricorn new moon. So yeah, we may still have one more drawing. I gave away. We did 4 tarot and oracle sets, and then I gave away Dream Sequel 1, the birth chart interpretation. So yeah, I feel like we should have one more. There's still one more Sunday. All right. Your opinion of me matters. Dream Sequel came out in reverse. I feel like you're forgetting me, us. I know in my heart I would have never done any of this without you. I almost heard to you. This person could be angry. Yeah. We got to agree to disagree. I think this year will be one of the best in a long time. I accept all the consequences for my actions. I'm not sure, Dream Sequel. This person could be going through something right now where they may feel like you're to blame or you have a part in it, something like that. But I know in my heart I would have never done any of this to you, was the message that I saw. But it's without you is what it says. And I accept all the consequences for my actions. This is giving me a little bit of, I know it's not a higher self card. These are normally the higher self cards. Why should I care or think that you care or that either of us care? Um, this is when my counterpart energy was having a temper tantrum. But I accept all the consequences for my actions. I can just imagine. Like sometimes I can only imagine like somebody listening to me say that this person was having a temper tantrum, like the fumes that it would cause. And you know what I'm going to say about that? I don't know, heal yourself. Heal yourself to a point where you can make your own YouTube channel and then you can come out and talk about my healing, right? But anyway, let's get back to it. Dream sequence. I accept all the consequences for my action is a little bit of a higher self message. It's like this person is just now starting to see that there are consequences for their actions. I'm trying to send you a message in your dreams. I never was interested in fighting. The I never was interested in fighting is throwing me off because it definitely feels like this person is angry. Something maybe didn't go their way. They're having to accept the consequences to their actions and they don't necessarily like it. They may even want to disagree as to what those consequences may be. Like they may feel like something is too harsh. Choosing bridges, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing, and choosing your path. All is possible comes out. All right, dream seeker, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that was helpful. Um, Ooh, could he be like resentful? Is he mad? Does he think you did something to him? I know in my heart I would have never done any of this. I heard to you. All right, Vanessa, here we go. Vanessa and then Tiona on Facebook. So let's start with Vanessa. I'm trying to figure things out. I know you're upset with me. Don't give your credit away to anyone. This one's sticking out. Vanessa, and this could be higher self message too, but it could be that counterpart sees that you've done something, you've succeeded in something, you've overcome something, and maybe you're not taking credit for it, or you're not even seeing how far you've come in some situation. But that one was sticking out. I'll always be the bad guy comes out. Was I wrong for trying to move on? Absolutely. I have every right to be disappointed. That's a lie. That was my Rosa. I shouldn't have said that. You're the only one who understands me. Last one. This is what I have to do. I think your person sees you have overcome something, but they may feel that you still are disappointed in them. Maybe you've overcome something, but you're still not turning towards them. You're the only one who understands me. This could be 3D message, like you guys actually said that to each other. I'll always be the bad guy. You know how you're having a conversation with someone and they try to give you like a point, like they try to like say something and then you argue against it. You know what I'm trying to say? So then they come up with like another solution or another point or another something and then you argue against it. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Um that's the I'll always be the bad guy. Like that's what was happening. There was a disagreement and he kept making this point and I kept saying like, well, what about this? And then he would make another point and I would be like, oh, well, what about that? Or what about this? Or what about, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, fine, forget it. I'll always be the bad guy. Vanessa says yes. All right. Here's some guidance, Vanessa. Discovering truth, you stand in the light of truth, grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Rainbow blessings, blessings are showering your life. It's like he is out here and you're in here. So there's something blocking that doorway. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, last one. Last one, Tiona. Say hi to me in the comments, Tiona. Thank you guys for coming in here and hanging out with me. All the zodiac readings are out. I did get them all finished Tuesday and Wednesday. Timestamps. Ooh, I may have forgot the timestamps on the air signs. I need to go check. But I'll check right after. Yes, thank you, Vanessa. Let's see what else. Sunday night. Sunday night we'll be doing love and astrology. And I do think that I'm gonna do some. I don't want that Capricorn new moon to get by us and then we don't get a chance to talk about it. Dream Sequa says, wow, I picked those same two cards today. Which two cards? Tell me, Dream Sequa. Tiona still with us, waited patiently. Thank you, Tiona. All right, I'm just doing some messages. So think of your person. It could definitely be internal, masculine, and feminine. But Tiona, yours is from a person. Here we go. Your energy feels forceful right now. I love you unconditionally. I'm proud of everything you're doing. Keep pushing. This is my favorite. This is something we used to say to each other all the time before everything went to hell in a handbasket, right? Um, at the beginning of my spiritual awakening journey, me and the person who awakened me, we were like each other's biggest cheerleader. You know what I'm trying to say? Like biggest supporter, biggest encourager. Now, of course, the journey has changed since then, you know, that's normally the energy. And I feel like that's still the same way. We just don't communicate it, right? But like I wouldn't want to see, I don't know, like anything bad happen, right? And I would hope that he feels the same way. I feel like he does. And you're always proud of anything that they do that is good, right? Like that's just something that, I don't know. It's like it's easy. I'm trying to move forward. I feel that. I can see you even in the dark, one of my favorites. We have come too far to turn around now. And last one, I see you all the time. So there's something about that. I see you in the dark. I see you all the time. Um, this person, your person, tell me if this has ever happened to you guys before. This happens to me all the time. And now I'm like in a whole different state. So now it's like, what the F, right? Do you ever like you're in the grocery store and I know some of you are gonna be like, yeah, with my karmic ex, right? Because PTSD. Is it possible that twin flame gives us PTSD? I mean, maybe. But it happens to me a lot where I'm in the store and I'll see someone, especially with like the profile, because the person who woke me up has like the biggest nose on the planet. You know what I'm saying? It's like this long, straight, they call it the aristocrat nose, you know what I'm talking about? So it's like I'll see people in the stores or in a car next to me in the road, you know what I'm saying? And I'll just see like a profile of the face or something, and it like it startles me, you know what I'm saying? Like it shocks me for a moment. Like it takes me a minute to go, Rosa, you're in Illinois, like calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like have you guys ever had that happen? Tell me I'm not the only crazy one who's had that happen. Tiana, I feel like your person is just seeing you everywhere they look. This could be that energy of like when they learn your energy is not replaceable. I just had that lesson. It took me 4 years. Unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be. Journey by moonlight. Believe in magic and cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. I'm ready. Let's go. Would have been the next card. Something told me to look at it. All right, I'm going to leave that there, Tiana. I hope that message was helpful. From the Destiny Traveler. Oh, the Sacred Traveler. Got you. Choosing bridges and your path. Yes, I love it. It's one of my favorite cards. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with me. I appreciate all of you guys so very, very much. Sunday night, I will be back. We'll do some free and paid mini readings. We will most likely talk about that Capricorn new moon because I don't want that energy to go by without us, discussing it first. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.